That's the day we would either say, welcome to America, we're going to stay here, thick or thin, and we're going to make it by God's grace. Or, bye-bye, America. Namaste, India. We come back. Sitting down, anticipation, expectation.
And now you're hoping the phone doesn't ring.
No, I'm hoping the phone would ring. Because the phone rings means the attorney is telling us your paper's approved.
I see.
Mom is also hoping for that to happen.
Okay.
She's not hoping that the time would pass, which means I would turn around and tell her, see, done deal, now let's go. I kid you not. It's a testimony. It's almost like a voice telling me, go have a shower. I was scared to leave the proximity of the telephone where I went. It's almost like, go clean yourself. Go have a shower. Present yourself. And so I went and I had a shower. I was in the shower. Bang, the phone rings. I could hear the phone ringing. Now we don't know who it is, what it is.
Right. No caller ID back then.
No caller ID. And Mom came and she was banging at the door. Guess what? She says, it's the attorney. It's the attorney. I had my towel wrapped around me. I came out. Just the family, but not a very nice sight, but I was there.
Yeah, careful. Hold on tight.
Yeah, just. And then the attorney says, Mr. Rufus, your papers are approved. Papers are approved.
Wow.
Now, that confirmed to us that it is God's plan that we should remain here. So there's no iota of doubt that He who has begun a good work, He who brought us through this journey from India to the US, He's not going to leave us alone. It was established. The confidence levels swelled up in Mom and myself. We said, hey, we have God on our side.
Yeah.
He would take us through thick and thin. And I was, you've seen, now you were slowly, maturing, you were growing up, you put on weight, and then you were a perfect businessman at that time, business making. I mean, the conversations we would have on finances, etc. But then one of the biggest hurdles was we came over it, that it is confirmed, God's plan that we would be here in the US.
Right.
And then of course now we need the money to do some work.
Yeah, and I was going to say, most people have a rags to riches story. And you were already established in India, an established businessman in advertising. So you went from riches to rags, right? And God has humbled you. Share with the audience what we did for income, because we're not citizens yet. We can't work, and we have to feed the family. So,
while being so grateful to Grandma for what she was doing, it was the male ego in me. I don't know if it's good, bad, or ugly, but it was there. How can I live off? How can I be a parasite?
right.
Now, I could get a job, but then it's going to take a little more time. Then Nana was working as a nurse with a very well-established, wealthy couple, very nice people. They respected us for our background. They knew where we came from. And so Grandma spoke to the gentleman, and he had a cleaning lady who had left town. So grandma was feeling bad because, of her background in India. She was talking with mom one day and she said, I believe he's going to pay about $150 a day for the work, for cleaning. She jumped onto it. She said, I'll take it.
Mm.
See, mom was, I guess, more humble than I was.
Mm.
And thank God for it. Because she said, I'll take it. At least I have, on Saturday and Sunday, we would work. Or Friday and Saturday, 2 days. $300 per week. Full $300.
Right.
Okay? And Nana's $300. She was paying the rent, etc. for the apartment.
Mm-hmm.
So she said, I'll take it. And I said, no, are you crazy? I mean, you're going to clean someone's house?
So your ego is flaring up at this point.
Just surfacing. But at that time and also later, God willing, we'll do that in another segment, how God was chipping me away. The arrogance, the pride. So where He humbled me. He broke me into pieces. Made me realize. So mom would go there and I would, by that time we had a small car, a Chevy Chevette.
I remember.
Green. That was like our...
Was it green or blue?
I think, bad with colors. I'm not sure green or blue.
Yeah.
It was the Tesla of our days.
Right.
Like our man behind the camera.
Right.
Who had a Tesla. Right? So it was a small car and I would take her. I would drop her off and then go and pick her up.
Wow.
And she would come back. I said, no. Mom always said we are together in things. How can I leave her? And she was very keen. She said, no, you don't have to come. I'll do the cleaning. I said, no. So then I started going with her.
Amazing.
We got the same amount, but the work was being done faster. The whole thing about 2 people. 1 person takes 8 hours, 2 people can take 4 hours, right? There's mathematics. And we would complete the work and come back home.
How did you feel your first day of cleaning?
It hurt my ego. We had servants at home. We had someone to drive us. And life was good.
Back in India.
But here, the first day I went and mom was a little, she was feeling sad for me. But I was realizing how humble she was and what kind of role that she was taking. So I saw her cleaning the toilet, right? It hit me hard. I must have gone into the other room and said, again, the pride. Pride always goes before a fall. Pride has no position in front of God because He humbled Himself. And it took a lot of love and help from mom. She said, sweetheart, you go sit in the car. No. And so, not that this was any filthy house or something, beautifully kept. So I took the vacuum, vacuumed the place, took a rag, cloth, polished some of the furniture, and we would do one portion of the work on Saturday or Friday, whatever the day was, Friday, Saturday. And I was going there for a few weeks. We had money coming in. He would pay us at the end of the day.
Cash.
We could feel the dollar bill.
Right.
It's now hard-earned money.
Yeah.
And then mom said, we need to take the children. So Rachel, Aaron, and yourself, we had a squad of 5. I don't know what we could have called
the cleaning
ourselves.
crew.
We would have been India-made cleaning services.
India's Got Talent.
India's Got Talent. So we went there, and you would do something small, and
That was child labor, actually.
Yeah. excuse me, and I would get into a conversation with Mr. Ziegler, and it was some very academic conversations. So he would talk about, our lifestyle back in India, and he was appreciative, and the fact that we were cleaning the house, and he would take me out for lunch. He would bring me to Burbank, and I guess now it's a social security place. There used to be a restaurant here.
It's called Frank's?
No, not Frank's. On Verdugo and Olive Avenue, I think. Now the Social Security office is there. Italian restaurant. So he would drive me there, I mean, I guess he felt that, no, these people have some quality of life. But he was so gracious. And then all of you started working over there. So we were getting 1,200 per month now. 4 times a month, 2 days. And that helped us a lot. But now we knew the value of money. And then whatever money we were having, we would put them into envelopes.
Yeah.
Budgeting. Because we didn't know when the rainy day would come. So we would take these envelopes, white, and then we would put, say, $40 into one. But overall, the first thing was our tithe money. Even when Nana would give us $300 off the top, $30 would go in and tithe. And we would, on a Sunday morning, give it. Not that, because that is a principle that I believe Mom and I, we passed it on to y'all, which I learned from my parents. Malachi 3:10, bring ye all the tithes into the storehouse and prove me here, we say the Lord, right? If I will not open unto you the windows of heaven and pour out such blessing, you will not have room enough to receive it. That got etched in my life. So $30 would go there. And then we would go to, I believe it was Vaughn's. We would go there. It was an outing for us. And anything saved would go into another envelope. And guess what? We were so careful. We never had a save. We had a drawers,
All the money would go in the drawer.
No, we would pull the last drawer out. So now you have the carpet. We would put the envelopes there and put the drawer back.
Like a movie.
Yeah. So that, and then we would take it, and then we were getting a little more confident. And then we would go to the mall in the afternoon.
Yeah.
The mall, the Burbank Mall.
Yeah, Burbank Mall.
And we would take you, I believe we would take you in a stroller, because Mom didn't want you to walk much. And then that was our afternoon outing. And now we had a little more money, right? But still we were careful because of what we were going through.
You mind sharing with the audience how we used to eat our meals and what we could afford when we would go out?
Right. There was one fast food stall or place on the mall. We used to go there and we used to walk around doing a lot of window shopping. In fact, on the way to the mall from Tohanga Avenue, we would go by Chevrolet. We would just take a little peek at all the cars, and we would look at the cars and we would say, do you think we're going to get a car like this one day? And we would dream. But I tell you, Mom and I, we were big dreamers. Had nothing much, but we were dreamers. We would dream big. We would really dream big, but powered, backed up with our faith.
Yeah.
So we would go up, what was that, over the bridge?
I think it's Magnolia or Olive.
Olive.
Yeah.
We would go there and we would go to the mall. And then we would go to this place and we would get fish and chips. And we would sit down, one plate of fish and chips. Now there's 5 of us. Mom, as usual.
Chips are fries for Americans. In British term, it's
Yeah, that's right. Fish and fry. Did I say chips?
fish and chips.
Okay,
People
fish.
know. Some people call it Lay's potato chips, but fries,
fish and
actual
fry-
fries.
yeah, fish and fries, or chips. And we were there and we were sitting down and we just prayed and we thanked God for the food. And then you as a kid, we found it difficult to control your mouth.
Very energetic.
Very energetic.
Yeah.
And you would say certain things and ask for certain things. You were determined you needed an answer.
Yeah.
Even if you were punished for something, because later on in life you told your American kid friends, you said, you guys had a timeout. What did you say?
You guys had a timeout. I got knocked out.
Correct. And then knocked out, right? So there we had the fish and chips, fish and fries, and you asked a question, a very loaded question. You were genuine, you were sincere when you were asking this question. You said, Mom, are we poor?
Mm.
What a loaded question. It hit me hard. I said, you are asking that question, what is the answer? But Mom, what a sweetheart. She said, why do you say that?
Hmm.
We are eating fish and chips here. We are in America. We have a roof above our head.
We're rich.
We are rich, she said. We are rich. We have God on our side. That was a profound, that was an impacting moment for us. A great reminder. And to you, in your formative years, we have a God who takes care of us. We are having these fish and chips, and it almost reminded me of the Bible story of the kid with 5 loaves and 2 fish.
Right, because I remember we would get the individual meal. Mom would cut the fries, so it appeared to be more.
Right.
And I would look around and see the other families. They all had their individual plates. And that prompted me, are we poor?
Yeah. So it was those 5 loaves and the 2 fish, like we all ate. We were all happy, you know. And the budgeting exercise. But later on in life, I asked Mom, with the $300 we would save so much. And by God's grace, when we started making more, earning more money, said, where is the savings? And she said, we'd rather live nicely for today and depend on God for tomorrow. That was a great word for us.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that.